What do you think the number one thing that is a mistake that new agents make?
Well, I think there's several.
Yeah.
But I'd say that number one, in my opinion, is probably being spread too thin.
Yep.
I think a lot of new agents try and know everything, and they're like a jack of all trades but a master of none.
Yes.
They want to know how to sell Medicare and life insurance and annuities and everything when, honestly, figure out one, figure out two, and really do well at that, right. And then learn the rest as time goes. I was talking with a new agent the other day, and he's got some annuity prospects, and I said, just don't worry about that. Have somebody else help you with that.
Exactly.
And go out there and just do the rest really well. So I think spreading yourself too thin can be a problem.
Yeah, and that's a really good point too, because a lot of people are going to be like, okay, this is my niche. I'm really good at this, right? Which is what you've done well. But I've got this person that asked me about this random thing that I know nothing about. Well, there's no reason to spend 2 weeks reading up on it and educating yourself, because who knows if they will even take the appointment or even buy it, and then you wasted 2 weeks and you could have been selling other stuff. Absolutely. That's what we love to do locally is, okay, partner with someone that is an expert at that. They get a better chance of closing the business anyway.
Yeah.
Right? You'll end up doing a commission split or something.
Rather 50% of 10,000 than 100% of zero.
That's right. Totally. That math, it does add up. That's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I love that.
I didn't major in math, but...
Yeah. Why do you think a lot of agents struggle with, or why do you think they spread themselves too thin? Why do you think that happens?
I think another thing, and I think to answer your question is I think they're not seeing enough people, and they're trying to maximize that, and they're just not seeing enough people. And so when you're not seeing enough people, you don't have enough prospects. Yep. And so I think that's another huge issue that agents have, and new agents especially. Yeah.
What's some of the unique things that Secure does that you guys do that help agents see more people? Because you got some unique things that work really well.
So we've got a lot of we've got a really good discounted lead program. So we do that really well. We help agents with seminars, and I'm sure people have probably heard your dad talk and several other people, but seminars, we do seminars really well. We do online webinars, and we've kind of mastered those. So we do a lot of really unique things through discounted leads, through direct mail, helping our agents with direct mail, through seminars, and through some online webinars, are some of the most unique ways, I think.
I've even seen my dad actually go to a different state to do seminars.
Yeah.
For people.
So we'll bring on new agents, and these agents, they're comfortable speaking for people. They're good, and they know Medicare and things like that. But we've truly mastered it. I mean, it's pretty much down to a science. I can kind of give you some numbers if you want, but
sure.
It's a science at this point. We figured it out, and so basically, a lot of times Brian will bring on new agents, and he'll go to them. Like he's gone to Mississippi, Illinois, Pennsylvania.
He just offered to go to Georgia.
Just offered to go to Georgia the other day. Yeah, he actually will be going to Georgia. Yeah, Texas,
really?
Texas, Oklahoma.
Wow.
There's probably half a dozen more, but he'll travel to those states and do those events and help out and things like that, and teach those agents how to do it. And then obviously he's not splitting any commission or anything, but just he wants you to be successful. So that's probably one thing that's unique about Brian and unique about Secure really is Brian's he wants people to be successful, and so he's committed to success. Yeah. And so I think that's proven by he'll go to Georgia and do a seminar for
That's
you.
true. He will give. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
Yeah. He gives almost. I'm like, dude, you got to slow down. You're giving too much. You're
away
giving
secrets.
all away. But he does that. That's really why people are attracted to him and Sig and you guys. And what's the third thing? Okay, so we talked about spread yourself too thin. If you're taking notes right now, you got to be taking these notes, right? Because you're probably spreading yourself too thin, right? Because you don't have a niche, right? You're probably struggling to get in front of people. Sounds like this dude can help, right? And what's really some other things that are mistakes that new agents make?
Well, I think that the next thing that new agents do is they
have it's like a fear.
Like a fear of just not knowing everything. Yeah. And so basically, you're gonna not know something. Somebody's gonna ask you a question that you won't know the answer to.
Yeah.
I could stump you on something, but you don't have to know everything. People have a fear of oh crap, I don't know 100% of all the questions I could be asked. I don't want to go make that phone call or make the door knock or whatever. Just go do it. And then if you don't know, ask somebody. Ask an upline, ask another agent, ask somebody. Right. And I think that's the third mistake agents make all the time. It's just a fear of thinking, oh crap, I don't know. What?
So true.
And I think prospects also, they can smell BS. I guess they know when you be honest.
Don't
say,
know.
hey, that's a great question. I really don't know the answer. Let me get you the answer, and then go back and get the answer. But call that person back.
Yes.
And I think that builds credibility with the person as well.
It really does. I'm glad you said that, because a lot of people say that. A lot of people preach like fake it till you make it, right? And I'm not a fan of that, because people can feel when you fake it.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I respect that.
So go get the answer and then get back to them.
Yes.
I think they respect that. So
love that.
Those are probably the 3 biggest mistakes that I would say new agents make.
Right, for sure. And if you're out there watching, you're like, man, I don't want to make those mistakes anymore. Well, you can eventually get better at those specifically. And what would you say is like, okay, I focused on this. If you're you, I focused on this. And that's why I was able to succeed early on in a very difficult industry where 92% will fail. I mean, I'm speaking to a conference in the Philippines to 5,000 agents.
Oh, cool.
Well, statistically, 4,100 of them are going to fail.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Oh, it's...
But you were able to succeed at a high level and continue to succeed. Continue to do more as you continue to run operations and everything else. Why were you able to make it?
I would say I would say a lot of agents can't get in front of people, or they don't know the best way to get in front of people, or they try all sorts of different things. I try Facebook leads, I try direct mail, I try this, I try that. Just figure out one thing. And that's one thing that I tell agents a lot of times. Agents are they try and make it harder than it really is.
Yeah.
I got to figure out all these different things. No, screw that. Just go figure one thing that's really good that you can do. Whether it's knocking on doors, whether it's calling people, whether it's doing seminars, go figure out one thing and then just go beat the heck out of it. I've heard you do the math and stuff before. How many doors do I need to knock on? How many phone calls do I need to make? How many whatever. Right. That's what you do. I mean, you figure out, okay, how many pieces of direct mail do I need to buy? How many, and so I think that was it. Just figure out one thing that I'm good at, or a couple things that I'm good at, and just maximize those.
I remember us calling leads together at night on 5 years ago. Where we're on the SIG side, just making calls at 8 o'clock at night.
Right. Is there any reason short of a nuclear bomb on why you wouldn't be there?
Boom.
He's a closer.
That's the lockdown question, man. That's it. So when you're setting an appointment, he just brought it up, so we'll teach on it, right?
There you
go. You just set the appointment. You've agreed on a time. Is there any reason short of a nuclear bomb why you wouldn't be there Friday at 2, right? And that's the lockdown to get people to say, well, actually, you're right. I do have a doctor's appointment. Like, if you're going to find out, you want to know now, so that they don't stand you up and they show up, and then that's how you get to improve your appointment setting rate.
I think we did zombie apocalypse too once.
Probably threw all kind of crazy stuff in there.
Right.
But it works.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
A lot of that little stuff.
Absolutely.
Now that you're starting to help a lot of new agents?
Yeah.
We have a new agent program here at SIG in Springfield. We're bringing on agents and helping them get in front of webinars and leads, seminars, and all that kind of stuff. What's some of the things that are some of the systems that you've been able to implement or helped implement that have helped some of those new agents find success, made it easier for those that are new to the business, and have really put some of those systems in place to help them have a smoother transition the first couple of years?
Yeah, so we've really worked a lot on cross-selling opportunities. Cross-sell when you can. It's who's the easiest person to sell something to? Somebody that's already bought. Work on cross-selling. Work on just kind of what I said earlier on maximizing on figuring out what you're good at, what you enjoy. We've got some LOAs, and we basically we gave them some Facebook leads, we gave them some direct mail, gave them all sorts of different types of leads, and we said, well, figure out what you like. And
which is good, because not everyone. I like that you said that, because not everyone watching right now is going to do and enjoy doing the exact same thing. Like, I didn't mind door knocking. Yeah. A lot of people don't like to door knock. Yeah. They don't really want to door knock. I didn't mind it. So I like that, because we've got you're right, because you're managing agents where there's door knockers, there's cold callers, people that only do seminars, people that are managing webinars, people that are doing Facebook leads, but other people hate Facebook leads. Some like direct mail, some that don't. Some that are working more warm market more than others.
Warm market's huge. Warm market's huge for sure.
Speak on that, because I felt like you did a really good job of that as a new agent. Most people don't.
Ask everyone you know.
Yeah.
People are afraid of that. Ty did a great job of that as well. Ty probably did a better job than I did. But
he probably did a better job than I did too.
But, ask everybody you know, your
Yeah.
your mom, your dad, your mother's aunts,
Why?
cousins, because they like you.
Yeah.
They need insurance. They know they need insurance. They need life insurance. They need Medicare. They need whatever you're selling.
Yep. They probably already own
Why
it.
not help you? They already own it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
They know they need it. They probably already own it. They like you. They'll
Yes.
buy it from you.
Yeah,
And especially if you got a great product. I mean,
Totally.
doesn't he make,
that shows that you believe in it.
Absolutely.
You know? Like you can tell when the way you speak, like you have a lot of passion for the industry.
Yeah.
You believe in what you sell. Absolutely. And if you believe, that's a limiting belief that holds a lot of agents back. Like if you believe in what you sell, you shouldn't worry about what people are going to think when you ask them.
No, then you're not really selling anything either. You know, you're it's just natural.
Yeah.
You know, totally
Yeah.
agree.
What were some of the things that you did? Speaking on warm market, right, and working in warm market. What are some of the things that you did early on? Was it maybe it was a hit list? Maybe it was a go for coffee? Maybe it was a phone call. Like, what were some of the things that you did that maybe were outside the box that someone can learn from if they're wanting to go immediately help people that they love?
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think a couple things. I think, well, like dad, mom, that was
Sure.
just like, hey,
That was the hardest.
buy
thing
this,
ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I talked with you.
Well, and they already owned it. I
Yeah,
guarantee
absolutely.
it. It might as well own. You might as well be the agent. on it.
Absolutely. But one thing that was kind of unique that I got from you in Dallas, actually. Dallas kept a list. He called it a hit list, a rolling 100.
Yes.
Of everybody that guy talked to would be on a sheet of paper, and whether
Phenomenal
it
at
was the pastor of his church, his whoever came and repaired
I've
his
stolen
whatever.
that rolling 100 from
really?
him,
Yeah.
and taught on it and
Oh, okay,
given
yeah.
him credit several times because it's brilliant.
Oh, it's brilliant. Everybody, and as soon as they buy, cross them off, put somebody else on the list.
Exactly.
You know, and I think that's phenomenal. And especially if you're a new agent and don't have a lot of money for leads or don't have whatever.
Yeah.
You know people. You
Yeah,
know
yeah,
somebody. It's the
That's right.
pizza place you go all the time. I sold a policy at the pizza place the other day just eating lunch.
Seriously?
We go there all the time. And the lady came up and was like, "You're the Medicare guy, right?"
Boom.
Yeah, okay, how about that?
Who wants to be sitting at lunch and like you're the dude that helps everyone through Medicare? I think.
Didn't really think, but same thing with the rolling 100. You go places, you know people, put
That's
them on your
right.
list, make sure they know what you do, and you'll
And
close them.
we are creatures of habit. You frequent pizza joints.
I go to the same 4 restaurants around the office
Yeah, I know, me
every
too.
day. Yeah.
Lauren and I eat at Haruno twice a week.
Yep.
Sushi joint right down the street.
Yep,
I mean,
yep.
it's crazy.
Well, mine's Chick-fil-A, but
There you go. I had Chick-fil-A today.
Yeah, me too,
You know?
actually.
Yeah. That's awesome. Actually, and Tuesday's barbecue day, but we had Chick-fil-A instead.
Yeah.
What's some of the things that you really have learned that you've seen that you would like to educate on or help with or mention while we're doing this now?
Well, I think probably I'd like to come back to kind of what I said earlier.
Yep.
When I told you the 3 things that new agents constantly screw up on.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure I did all 3 of them, probably worse than anybody. But especially, like, I'm the kind of person, I want to know every single thing about everything.
Yes. A lot of people have that personality.
That was
by the way.
honestly my biggest struggle starting out was well, and I think I probably annoyed you when I first started out, and everybody else in my family because they all do insurance. But what do I say if this person asks me this question? And you would always be like, tell them you don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever. Figure it out later. And so for me, that was my biggest struggle of just not knowing, and not knowing everything that there was to know. But I think what I did that I just found out stuff that I enjoyed, and I just kept doing it,
Yes.
So.
I love that you mentioned that too, because there's I would say a lot of insurance agents are the exact same way. How did you get over that? Because some people are struggling with that.
Yeah.
That's holding them back a little bit. How did you get over it to where now you're like, whatever, I don't care.
I pretty much just decided, whatever, I don't care. Like I'll learn it, But I spent a lot of time learning stuff and learning about different policies and things like that. But also just that mindset that you just said of hey, it is what it is.
Right.
If I don't know the answer to something, I'm not going to pretend like I do.
Yeah. Where's that come from? Maybe it's parents, childhood upbringing. Like the last thing you're ever gonna do is lie to somebody.
Yeah, absolutely. And I definitely think, upbringing for sure. I also think one thing that new agents also do, and not to hijack your interview,
please.
One thing that I think new agents do is they get like, oh my gosh, I have to sell this policy. And they get like really stressed out and amped up and to the point where like prospects can feel you.
Yeah, yeah.
And they feel when you're uncomfortable, and they
put
don't want
so
to
much
buy from that
pressure on
person.
themselves.
Oh, absolutely. They don't want to buy from that person. So one thing that, and this is, I just thought about, one thing that I really learned was, I don't give a freak if you buy the policy or not. You know, like I remember the house I was sitting in when my mindset shifted. I was sitting there, and it was, if you're a Medicare agent, I was trying to sell this lady a dual plan, which was by far the best thing this lady could have ever bought.
Yeah.
And doesn't cost her anything, gets her a ton of free benefits, whatever. Well, I'm sitting there, and her and her daughter are grilling me on this dual plan, on why it's a good thing and all the other stuff. And I don't know really why I said what I said or did what I did, but I said, I don't care if you buy it or not. Just tell, it's the best thing for you. I really don't care if you take it or not. I'm going to walk to my car and pass 3 other people that want this. We're at a senior housing.
Yeah.
And I think that was when it was like, oh, it was confidence. And so I think
Yeah.
a lot of new agents lack confidence, and they feel like, oh my gosh, I have to make this sale. You don't, just go out there and be relaxed, be calm, and sell it. So I think that's something else too,
That's good.
Just agents they lack confidence, and then they, people feel that. So
we're afraid a lot of times that we're going to lose the sale, and you just demonstrated something to where lose the sale on your own terms.
Yeah.
And a lot of times too, I bet they stopped asking as many questions because they're probably like, this dude's really just trying to help us. He doesn't even care.
I sold an annuity one time, and I'm not an annuity guy by any stretch of the imagination, but I was selling an annuity once, biggest case to date that I'd ever sold. I literally was having lunch with a prospect and her mom, or a prospect and her daughter, and I said, look, just don't waste my time. Are you interested or are you not? If you are, I'd love to be able to help you. If not, that's cool too. But just don't waste my time. Don't waste your time. It's the biggest sale I've ever made. I kind of got some of that stuff from you, where it was like, just be confident with it. It was the best thing for this lady, and so I think confidence is a big thing too.
Oh, dude, it's huge, man. The prospect feels it. It gives you some small confidence. When you're able to say stuff like that and then walk out after making a sell,
Absolutely.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah. I think a lot of new agents need to be more confident for sure.
Yeah. What's some of the things that they can do that you did? And it's obviously it's learning, it's trial and error, it's experience. But what's some of the things that that helped your confidence when you maybe didn't have as much of it as you do now?
Well, I guess just trying not to get discouraged. People are gonna say no. People are gonna not buy the policy. People are gonna whatever. Just don't let that crap get you down. Just
That's good.
Get back on the horse. Just keep going. Keep talking to somebody. Eventually, someone will say yes. Eventually, somebody's going to buy something from you. Just keep asking. You're not, asking the right questions. Keep getting in front of people. See more people.
Right.
I think you always say 15 people a week or whatever.
That's right.
That's what you need to do, at least.
You really do.
Unless it's AEP, and then it's like 100 people a week.
Yeah, exactly. What made you initially want to get into law enforcement as a kid? As a just random side note.
Probably, I don't know. I always playing cops and robbers. I always want to be the good guy.
Okay.
Maybe TV shows.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was good. I got a 4-year degree in criminal justice, and I always joke with clients and tell them, this job's fun. Probably not as much fun as being a policeman would be.
Probably not.
I don't get to tackle somebody today.
That's
so
right.
It's kind of frowned upon in this business. But this one, a little bit more
you
money.
You haven't got to do that in the
bit,
insurance business yet.
No, I've not tackled a prospect
Weird.
yet. Eventually.
Maybe an agent.
Yeah,
maybe
right,
Dallas.
Right. But yeah, so love what I do, and
awesome.
wouldn't rather do anything else.
That's phenomenal.
Yeah,
man. You can feel your passion.
Yeah.
I've seen you grow as a business person the last several years. It's been amazing to see. And you're doing some big stuff. Anything else you want to share before we close it out?
Just be confident. Don't be scared, and keep seeing people.
Boom.
Yeah.
I love it. You heard it here first. Matt, thank you for your time, bro.
Thanks, buddy.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching. Go be confident. Hey, if you enjoyed this, I got another one you're going to love. It's right there. Click on it. See you in there. Hey, there's 5 words right now you should never say. You got to stop saying. Promise me you'll stop saying them. Well, dude, I don't know what the words are. Over the next few minutes, you'll know, and you will never use them again. All right, number 1. Okay, number 1. And as I preface why we're going into this,